41 degrees. My left ear is freezing. So of course the window breaks right at the perfect time of the year that you want your window to be stuck open. You know, good old air conditioning. Now, yeah, I locked the door because I didn't want anybody, you know, breaking in. Real smart, right? So here's the deal. You hear it running, but it's not moving the window. And I cannot lift up or push down on the glass. It is, oh, well, it went down. Didn't do that before. It's all jacked up. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this door panel off. It just comes off a couple little clips right there. And that comes off, same deal, a couple little clips. Cut myself. Well, I'm bleeding, so it's official. I'm working. This trim out. Just those 3 plugs. That comes off pretty easy. Okay, we're almost there. I got this little bolt here and this little bolt right there. Once those are out, this should just pop up and off. These 2 bolts are 7 millimeters. So I've got 3 more wiring plugs to unplug: the seat warmer switch, the speaker, and then the courtesy light. So that courtesy light is a booger. It's just an itty bitty dinky little thing with 1 little pull tab. Okay, we're gonna pry this dust shield back. So I'm gonna take this handle off so I can fold back this plastic a little bit further. I disconnected it from the rod. Got the 10 millimeter bolt out. Pull forward and pops off. For the sake of being able to see a little bit better, I'm going to pull the speaker out. It's actually clipped in. Push down on this tab, and this thing pops out. I've never seen that before. Pretty wild. All right, I'm going to stick my phone in the door here. You can see what's going on. Here's a cable. There's a cable looped around this pulley up here. Watch what happens. So I'm going to attempt to remove this window motor. I've got it unplugged, and there are 8 millimeter bolts. There's one right on the other side of this post right here, and I believe there's one up in here somewhere. I'm just going to use my ratcheting wrench to try to fish these bolts out and get this motor off. I believe there's something that's in the mechanism for the cable that's cracked or broken. We'll get a closer look when we get this motor out. These ratcheting box end wrenches come in very handy. finally got the 3 bolts out for the window motor. Check this out. Holy cow. Yeah, it's no wonder it sounded the way it sounded. Holy cow. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a new one, fellas. I'll just pretend like I didn't see any of that. All right, we're back with the Rescue Sierra. As you can see, it's the same crap, different day. I've got a hold of a new window regulator. So we're gonna replace this window regulator since the cable's all jacked up. So I got a brand new one. This is the part number. It's a Dorman replacement. Let's crack this thing open and take a closer look. I believe that's how it goes. That's where the window sits in. It's a little groove right here. This nut loosens this so you can slide the window down on it. So that's good. This is well greased. I already got my hands in it. And that's what that's supposed to look like. All that cable is supposed to be around that spool. So I'm just gonna reuse the motor that I had in this thing already. Thought about replacing the window regulator and motor out of the 99 and swapping it over here to the Rescue Sierra, but that thing's 23 years old, so that plastic's gonna be brittle, so I decided to go ahead and go brand new. Just makes more sense. All right, so we're looking at 7 bolts that we need to loosen. Bolts down here, 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 and there's the bolt that holds the glass in place. And then we've got this one here, and this one down here, plus the bolt there that's holding the glass in place. So we'll get those loosened. You can see I've got the suction cup here holding the window in place. Otherwise I'd throw some tape over the top of the door and stick it to the window. This regulator also has little tabs that fit in these slots on the door. So just lift and push out and those come off. Wow, what a mess that was. All right, let's compare this to the new one. All right, so for just a split second, I freaked and I thought maybe I had gotten the wrong regulator, but it's actually the right number. RIP, soldier. Anyway, I'm gonna loosen these 2 bolts here so that I can slide the glass in, slide this thing in the door, line everything up, button it in, put the window motor on it, and then we'll throw the switch on it and see if this thing works properly. Let's do it. Looking for the tabs on the regulator to install on the door to hold it still for me. Here we go. There's one. Yeah, it's well greased. I'm gonna go ahead and start a couple of bolts just to hold this thing still. Get back here, you slime dog. You know, I'd really love it if I'd quit touching the grease. If I could do that, that'd be great. There's a zip tie holding this gear in place. I'm gonna snip this. That way I can lift the clamps for the window. Okay, these metal clips are basically, they look like that, and that grips the window. Got 2 little rubber pads on it. That window's gonna go down in between there, and then you tighten that nut, and that grips the glass so it doesn't go anywhere. Tighten that good and tight so that thing doesn't slip off the glass. Okay, I'll go ahead and tighten that regulator all the way down. This regulator sits on the inside of this plate, and the motor bolts from the outside of the plate. And then you got to put the peg into the gear. We're basically sandwiching it to the regulator. Okay, these are the screws. They go in from the back side, which is kind of a bummer. It's very hard to reach in there, but that's the way they designed it. Who might have questioned it? That was smart, that we all hold still. You're a genius, Dan. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. This top one's a pain because it's really hard to reach. I'm gonna drop the screw probably 100 times. Putting my hand through the speaker hole, putting my hand under here, I was able to use both fingers and kind of find the hole, and I had to loosen this up a little bit and wiggle, and I finally got it started. All right, I'm just gonna clip these on, turn the key, remove my suction cup. All right, we are a go for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, whatever. What's going on here? It's not working.
I'm mad.
All right, big dumb, big dumb. How many of you noticed that I didn't plug in the window motor? It's no wonder it didn't work. All right, we'll go for launch. Keys on, contact. There we go. Okay, either the motor's getting weak or I need to grease the window track a little bit better. But we work. Awesome. Glad to have this fixed and no longer driving with a frozen left ear. Throw the door panel back on. Gonna slide all these tabs down into the holes in the door, and then we got a couple screws, wires, put those together, and Bob's your uncle. I have one screw left over. Where did this come from? I guess that just means I made it better. Well, that's how you replace a window regulator in a 2002 GMC Sierra. Not a difficult job, just kind of hard getting big fat fingers into the door jamb to mess with tiny little screws. And speaking of screw, I have one left over. It's one of those jobbies. Can't remember where I got this from. Pretty sure it was the window motor, but I put 2 screws in the 2 spots plus the 10mm bolt back where it goes. So I guess I'll have to look at my footage to figure out where it came from. I was right. It goes in the window motor. It's this screw right here. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, at the very least entertaining. If you're so inclined, check out the channel. I've got over 200 videos. We just hit 50,000 subscribers, so thanks everyone for watching and supporting the channel. If you feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you know when I post new content. As always, thanks for watching. God bless. Be sure and hit that like switch on your way out. We'll see you next time.